Taverner Bible, Hebrews, Summary to Chapter 2. He exhorteth us to be obedient unto the new law, which Christ hath given us, and not to be offended at the infirmity and low degree of Christ, because it was necessary that for our sakes he should take such an humble state upon him, that he might be like unto his brethren. Chapter 2. Wherefore we ought to give the more heed to the things we have heard, lest we perish. For if the word which was spoken by angels was steadfast, so that every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense to reward, how shall we escape if we despise so great salvation, which at the first began to be preached of the Lord himself, and afterward was confirmed upon us by them that heard it, God bearing witness thereto, both with signs and wonders also, and with divers miracles and gifts of the Holy Ghost, according to his own will. He hath not unto the angels put in subjection the world to come, whereof we speak. But one in a certain place witnesseth, saying, What is man, that thou art mindful of him? Or the Son of Man, that thou dost visit him? Thou madest him lower for a season than the angels. Thou crownedst him with honor and glory, and hast set him above the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things in subjection under his feet. In that he put all things under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. Nevertheless, we yet see not all things subdued, but him that was made less than the angels, we see that it was Jesus, which is crowned with glory and honor for the suffering of death, that he, by the grace of God, should taste of death for all men. For it became him, for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, after that he had brought many sons unto glory, that he should make the Lord of their salvation perfect through suffering. For he that sanctifieth, and they which are sanctified, are all of one. For which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren, saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren, and in the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. And again, I will put my trust in him. And again, Behold, here am I, and the children which God hath given me. For as much then as the children were partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part with them, to put down through death him that had rule over death, that is to say, the devil, and that he might deliver them, which through fear of death were during their whole life in danger of bondage. For he in no place taketh on him the angels, but the seed of Abraham taketh he on him. Wherefore in all things it became him to be made like unto his brethren, that he might be merciful, and a faithful bishop in things concerning God, to purge the people's sins. And in that he himself suffered and was tempted, he is able to succor them that are tempted.